Miley Cyrus exposed this. I didn't see this because I think they edited out of the West Coast area.
Yeah, I think they did.
They did, right?
Yeah, but if you want to see her nipples, just look anywhere else.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was a big deal.
Not even a shocker
No.
at this point. She's made the point. We get it. Like, free the nipple. She's freed it. It's been free.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, Kim's nipples were more of a thing
well,
than
they were
like,
caged, but we could see
yeah.
them. They were
Which is more interesting
Yeah, it
to
was
me
much
at this
more,
point. It's
yeah.
ooh, they're held captive.
They're behind bars.
Do you know what most people have been tweeting about this morning? The exchange of words between Nicki Minaj and Miley Cyrus. Take a look.
Back to this that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey, we're all in this industry. We all do interviews, and we all know how they manipulate. Nicki, congratulations.
Okay, so to provide some context, a New York Times reporter asked Cyrus about the controversy between Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj, and this is what Miley Cyrus told the New York Times, quote, "If you want to make it about race, there's a way you could do that, but don't make it just about yourself. What I read sounded very Nicki Minaj, which, if you know Nicki Minaj, is not too kind. It's not very polite. I think there's a way you speak to people with openness and love. You don't have to start this pop star against pop star war. It became Nicki Minaj and Taylor in a fight, so now the story isn't even on what you wanted it to be about." That's why Nicki Minaj had her words with Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus snapped right back.
She was like, they took it out of
so
context.
on it.
Yeah, but she's like, oh, they totally warp what you're saying, and then you just read that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, she's a bitch. But yeah, this whole, I feel like that combined with the Taylor Swift at the beginning where they mended fences, it's like the McDonald's of VMAs because it's all artificial beef. Like,
so contrived.
and like if you did any investigation, you'd be like, oh, no one really cares. The people involved in it, this isn't real. But they label it beef, and you're like, all right, fine, I'll take it.
They had the Instagram picture go up like almost instantly about beef between
So
Miley
stupid.
and Nicki.
So is this
and then
planned?
some
Really?
hamburger.
You thought it was planned?
Some people think it's staged.
I don't think they particularly love each other, but I think it's a point where they sit down and they go, you know what would be mutually beneficial for all of us? Is if we pretended to hate each other a lot.
Ooh.
Because we saw what a bump it gets for people when they're in a feud, and then they get to next year they get to mend fences, and then someone just punches Chrissy Teigen in the tit.
In the tit, of all things.
So Miley seemed genuinely surprised.
Me too. I think so too.
There's a Vine that went up that
I
shows
saw
her that what wasn't on camera about when she hears what Nicki was saying, and she's genuinely you're like.
This bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
But then you see her like snap into like Disney improv mode where she's like, yeah, I'm ready. Like,
Though Nicki,
it's like live performance, and she like goes right back into it.
Though Nicki, she was like, you're like, oh my God, she's pissed. But then she had that one little smile for a 2nd. Did you see that? Like, she smiled, so it was like, is she breaking character or is she like totally insane?
I thought she was
and
doing
it's like smiling.
She was
about.
mouthing
like
this
an
bitch,
impression
right?
Yeah.
of like there was a
Yes,
point
it was
during
just
her
like-
acceptance where she like she thanked her pastor, and I thought she was like making fun of Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah, her voice was going from like deep to
She's
light
just crazy.
to deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't remember.
I was entertained.
Yeah.
I was entertained. All right, you guys, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time on Pop Trigger.